Well, I think first making sure the interventions are research-based. And I think research is not just research with data, but evidence of things that work, things that feel good, things that achieve the results that we want. Back to the mission statement, I think that's really important. So look at practices that are evidence-based, have them adjudicated against a standard. And again, back to how we do it in disciplines, is saying here's what an effective, safe, nurturing, honest school environment looks like, and there's standards for that. Then there's the practices that achieve those standards, and then having appropriate tools to frequently assess the school climate. Again, back to my point, not for blame or shame, but for continuously improving that. And the nice thing about the council is that we're in the final stages of doing the standards. We've got a whole set of practices that are effective, that work, including pedagogy, professional development, etc. And we have a set of tools of which people can make choices. And there's a menu of tools, all are quality tools. So in your school, you may choose this tool because it assesses the kinds of outcomes you want. In this school, you may choose another tool. But the bottom line is they've got to be credible, they've got to be authentic, and they've got to be reliable tools.
Right.
And then fourth is use the data to improve. So it's moving people from awareness to adoption. And then to the point that you want to get at, which is around the policy, is that's the advocacy piece. That these things can exist in an integrated style without policy. But if you're going to sustain them, then what you need are policies in place. And policies around hiring, policies around assessment, policies around responsibilities. And if you could look then at policies that exist that already support school climate, and to make those more intentional. And if you could develop new policies that make school climate a central piece of the accountability system, then you move from a pathway of integration and implementation to a pathway of sustainability that operate independent of people. So as you hire a new district superintendent, a new school leader, as new school board members are elected, then their fidelity is to the sustainable set of work. And I'm afraid if we don't focus on policy, then what we have is an implementation strategy that may or may not live longer than the current people in place.
Right.
And I think that's a real distinction we need to look at. You can integrate all kinds of things, and we've done that in schools, reading across the curriculum, instructional technology, and you could probably go to schools and pinpoint those that are integrated and implemented versus those that are sustained. And I would say the distinction would be there's a set of policies and expectations that this is going to be a long, sustainable practice, pedagogy, program, project, or an outcome versus one that right now seems to be prevalent, but in the future may not be.